I.S.U.P.K.
All I'm gonna tell you, man, if you want to stay plugged in and tuned in, make sure you subscribe to I.S.U.P.K. on YouTube. A lot of powerful information will be coming out this summer, and you want to stay tuned in. The minute they drop it, it's coming right to you, baby, as soon as you subscribe. So make sure you handle that business and subscribe to your I.S.U.P.K.
Love everybody.
And separate yourself.
One nation under God.
And separate yourself.
We're all human beings.
And separate yourself.
I don't see color.
And separate yourself.
Hey, but you know my baby mama, she white.
And separate yourself.
I got white friends, I got Chinese friends. Listen, these are all my buddies. I don't get what you're saying.
And separate yourself.
Hey, what book is that you're reading that from? That don't sound Christian to me. Show that book. Listen. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Christian Bible? Is that the one they got in the church? That the pastor never broke out a real scripture? Show it to him again. This is what your Christian pastor do. He shows you the book and then closes it. Then he tells the people, hey, play that music. He looks at the choir, play that funky music, white boy. That's what he tells them. And then y'all get to singing and dancing and flipping and doing all that saying up and down the church. But this is what the Most High said.
And separate yourselves from the people of the land.
Separate yourselves from the people of the land. Do not be following these other nations. So what, they celebrating St. Patrick's Day? Goddamn St. Patrick's. So what, they celebrating Christmas? Damn Christmas. Damn these pagan holidays. Listen, let me ask you something. If we seen a bunch of people climb up to this building and start jumping off the roof, would you do it? Remember that old thing that your mama used to ask you? If all your friends jumped off a cliff, would you do it? What you used to tell your mama, hell no, I wouldn't do it. But guess what you're doing, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child? We are doing it. We are jumping off that goddamn cliff. Why? Because we are following these heathen nations. When we clearly just got it in the scriptures that we're not supposed to.
That's right.
We're not supposed to be jumping off that cliff. You said you wouldn't do it. But you're doing it, man. You're doing it. Take it from the top, man. One more time. We're going to go all the way through this time. Take it from the top. Listen. Your forefathers wouldn't have jumped off that cliff.
Right.
You think your forefathers went through all that pain and suffering for you to continue to be a slave?
Right.
For you to continue to be a peon? For you to continue to be weak under white supremacy?
Right.
Under oppression?
Right.
To be a Christian? Is that what Christ died for? So you can be a Christian? Pull that scripture. I want to see it.
Right.
Show me where Christ died so you can be a Christian. Show me where Christ died so you couldn't, so you didn't have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Show me where he died so you didn't have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. The Christian church has been lying to you. You have to follow it. That's why we are suffering. That's why we are dying. That's why when you see something like this happen with another nation, the world is in mourning. But when we die, nobody gives a damn. Only people that cry for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander YAHANNA. You understand? We're the only ones that give a damn. That's why we're right here, right now, and the whole rest of the world is in front of that goddamn Asian shop asking you to mourn for them. When has the news ever came out here and asked you to mourn for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians?
That's right.
When? It don't matter what happens. When they come out here, they don't tell you to be sad. They tell you don't be mad. Don't worry about it. The grass is greener. They take all that fight out of you and make you a good slave again. Listen, not me and my brothers. We gonna do what these scriptures said. We gonna follow the God of our fathers. We gonna follow the nigga God. You understand? We gonna follow the God with the gray nappy hair, with the white nappy hair.
That's right.
With the dark skin. The skin looked like he was Wesley Snipes black. You understand?
That's right.
That's the nigga God we follow. We don't follow that Christianity, man. And let me tell you, that's the God of our fathers. And let me tell you what he said to do. Read.
Now therefore, make confession unto the Most High of your fathers.
Of who?
Of your fathers.
Keep going.
And do his pleasure.
And do what?
And do his pleasure.
Let me ask you something. What is the pleasure of the Most High? Listen, we got a lot of Christians out here, don't we? But I bet you can't one Christian come up here and tell me what's the pleasure of the Most High. But that's okay, that's what we're here for. We're here to educate our brothers and sisters. The pleasure of the Most High is to follow his laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right, that's right.
That's the pleasure of the Most High. That's what makes him happy. Just like any father, right? If you're a parent and you got kids, right? You're a parent, you got kids. What makes you happy? When your kids listen to what the hell you say, right? When they do exactly what you told them to do. That's what makes you happy. When your kids follow your instructions. I told my kids to do X, Y, Z, elemental P, and they did it to perfection. That makes you proud as a parent. That makes you like, whatever these kids need, I'm going to give it to them. Whatever my son wants, I'm going to give it to him. He did exactly what I asked. He deserved to have something nice for himself. He deserved for me to do something nice for him. He's been a good child, right? That's how you feel. Ain't that the whole purpose of Christmas, Christian? Right. For the kids to be good and you give them gifts? Because we know it ain't about Christ. The whole purpose of Christmas, you ask any Christian, is about giving gifts to the badass kids who ain't done nothing. They ain't done their homework. They ain't cleaned their room. They ain't did a dish. They been getting in all type of trouble all year long, and you reward that bad behavior. But let me tell you something, not the nigga God. He don't reward that bad behavior. Instead, he watches us die. He watches us die in these streets. He watches us suffer. You understand? And then what does he do? He then makes you have to watch as you don't watch tens of thousands of your brothers and sisters die, and nobody said a peep. And then you turn around and watch 8 measly Asians die, and the world is in mourning. It's a hate crime. Right. It's a hate crime. Just imagine that. As many times we've seen blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians die. Like I said, the oppressor is such a goddamn beast, he won't even admit that slavery was a hate crime. Right. Do we have any oppressors that will admit that out here in Dayton, Ohio? Of course we don't. You know why? Because the oppressor is the devil, the Bible speaks of. That's right. They don't give a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And this is why we should separate from all them. Read.
Now therefore make confession unto the Most High of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the people of the land.
If you separated from the people of the land, you won't give a damn about no Asians dying. You know why? Because you separate. How can you be worried about it? I only care about me and mine. When you in a gang, that's how you feel, right? When you GD, you BD, and all that. If the ops die, right? That's what you call them, the ops. If they die, you don't feel sad for them. You don't go to the field. You don't look at it on TV and be like, dang, that's my enemy. I feel bad for him, right? You don't do that when you gang banging. Well, let me tell you something. You shouldn't be doing it as a nation. If you understand who the enemy is when you gang banging, understand who your enemy is as a goddamn nation.
I.S.U.P.K.
I call out a walk. I pray this devil die and get every evil thing the Lord got to give. And listen, I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Come here, SHALAM. Come here, SHALAM. I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Black people on drugs, and we suffering and dying. And I know it seems like you can do whatever you want to this people. I know it seems like this, but the time for glorifying yourself is soon at an end.